No such thing as coincidence. November 18th, 2012. In the run up to the Santa's Anonymous Supper, auction, and dance in Wildwood just last evening, I purchased 20 tickets to help bring in more bidders. I gave all those tickets away. When I chatted with Bill and Irene Lawton, they expressed deep concern about the decreased number of ticket sales and the increased number of applicants for food hampers and toys from needy families. So I purchased another 20 tickets to give away, and then another 20. I found out in all of this that I have one heck of a broad butt that stretches across 60 seats. But every seat was full last evening, and the atmosphere was electric. Now for the most interesting part of this little story. I gave 2 tickets to my good friends Klaus and Sharon Pullman and told them to invite another couple to help fill the seats. They gave the 2 tickets to their neighbors, Harry and Gladys Rusk. Immediately, I was honored, as Harry has sung with the likes of Hank Snow in the Nashville Grand Ole Opry. In fact, I remember going to a dance in Edmonton in 1965 or 66 on about 96th Street in Edmonton when I was going to university, where Harry was the lead singer in the live band. On Friday, I had to deliver a wood heater to Edmonton for shipping to Grand Prairie. While there, I read an email from my Aunt Frances Jenkins saying they got another TV, but didn't know how to hook it up. So I phoned. They were home. I stopped in for a quick 2 TV setup and a cup of coffee and muffins. As I was about to leave, I asked if they'd like to come to Wildwood for the Santa Supper, auction, and dance. They immediately said yes. Fast forward to Saturday night. Uncle Chuck and Aunt Fran arrived fairly early and sat next to Marg. Klaus and Sharon Pullman arrived with Harry and Gladys Rusk and sat on the same table opposite Marg. And now for the rest of the story. I wasn't present as I was mingling with my 60 guests, making sure everyone was seated at the 4 tables we'd reserved. When I came back to sit next to Marg on one side and Miriam and Chris Berquist and their 2 lovely kids on the other side, there was a jubilant chatter coming from Chuck and Fran and Harry. You see, Harry's band played at Chuck and Fran's wedding in Fort Nelson back in 1960. And then the stories spilled over and over and over. I have a feeling that many of the events of last night were tied together by a greater power, and I just happened to be the facilitator.